Hello, everybody.
Hi!
It's Dave and
Bonjour.
Jeff from Canada Brick Builders. We're here tonight. Maybe some other people will join in later. We'll see what happens. If not, then we'll have fun chatting.
Yeah?
My
Who's buzzing you?
my phone just told me I went live on YouTube and I got a PayPal payment for a Bricklink order. Anyway.
That you have to complete.
Oh yeah. Well, I usually ship out on Thursday mornings, so after this chat, I have like 3 more orders to fill before 4 orders. I have orders to fill before I go to sleep.
Anyway, you can't take your shower, so.
No, I can't. Yeah, so we'll get to that in a few minutes. So how have you been? What have you been doing?
Actually got a large order of bricks this week.
Ooh.
So, starting with this.
Ooh, you got a whole case?
Got a whole case. So,
yeah. 3 full sets. It's awesome.
Yeah. So I'm just probably gonna use one. Probably gonna sell the other. And probably gonna distribute the third one to my all my children.
All my children.
Because they're Lego fans.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about this. And I also got this.
Ooh. Is that one of the new ones? Yeah, that is, isn't it?
It's
cool.
The new one.
Yeah.
I actually got a good price on it because someone made an error ordering it, and so they sold it back to me for like what it cost. Also got this one.
Ooh, the shuttle.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm debating that one because it has the red and dark blue stripe to match all the other space themes that they've been going. So it's like, do I need to buy that one now?
I actually got 2, so I'm probably gonna build the rocket and the space shuttle, or maybe the lunar lander.
You could probably build all 3 of them with just adding some of your own pieces. You might have enough. Who knows?
And lastly, I got this set. That's actually a gift from my lug.
Okay.
Because I made a presentation back in. Was it January? Yeah, I think it was January. I made a presentation online about the history of space in Lego.
Yeah.
So
cool.
I made an online presentation, so that was a gift for doing that presentation. So don't know what I'm going to do with it though. But, yeah, I kind of has some cool pieces in it. So
yeah.
Probably gonna build it and probably gonna part away from the dolls.
Yeah, that container is kind of an interesting piece though, like the 3 parts of that. I'm not sure how useful those are, but there's also a huge printed tile in those ones as well, that are on the end of the book or the side of the book. Anyways, we got a bunch of people in chat, so let's quickly say hi to everybody. We got Mr. Blue Sky.
Hey, Blue.
Brickman Mosaic Arts. Samir. Who else? I'm going down the list. Eric Sith. Patrick Bien. Hey, Patrick. I haven't seen him in a while.
That's his writing on the
on his box
on the post-it. Yeah, that's Patrick.
Cool. So welcome everybody. Smaller group right now, but hopefully at least Dave Cowdice or someone will join in, but who knows. So yeah. Mr. Blue said this is his 3rd stream he's watching tonight. I was just actually saying to Dave that I've caught up on all my streams. All the stuff I used to watch, or I usually watch, is like I'm all caught up, and that hasn't happened for months. And I think it's partially because not a lot of people, or not as many people, are streaming. I know Pink Bucket Nation Julian, he's not. He's taking a little bit of a break, so that's 2 less streams I have to worry about in a week. But people are going back to school. People are going back to work. Not as many people online. So now I have to find a few more things to watch, but that's okay.
Or you could stream more yourself.
I debated doing another one, but I don't know. I mean, if so, it would just be a general chat. Oh, and I'm also thinking that
I know that Dana started his own thing too.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that one yet. He said he was going to start that soon.
It was actually a cool format because it's like 20 minutes
Okay.
He tells about what he's been doing this week in his Lego world. So,
Has he already done that?
yep,
Oh, I haven't
last
seen
Friday.
that. Oh, is he doing it on his? I guess he's doing it on his own page, right? On his own
Yep,
YouTube channel.
yep.
Oh, okay. I got to find him. I got to subscribe to him, which I will. But yeah, I was also just thinking. Fazoom, Old Grey Bricks, they're down to 1 hour sessions as well, so it's less time to watch those, right? They used to be a couple hours, so.
Yep.
So, we'll probably be about an hour today, I'm guessing, too, just because of the content of news.
Which
And
is absent,
yeah, I've got like one, two, three, four.
non-existent.
I got 5 tabs open, and 4 of them are news. Well, 6 tabs open, 4 of them are news-ish. I'm stretching for news. Let's put it that way. But yeah, I'll tell you about my week because it's been pretty crappy. Sewage pipes.
That's a
Kind of
good
crappy.
choice
Yeah.
of words right there.
Yeah, I've been saving that one all day. Last week I had a sewage pipe. Well, 2 weeks ago I had a sewage pipe in my basement here back up. And luckily it didn't leave much of a mess. It was just a small area, like just around my dryer. So I have some foam tiles down, which are easy enough to hose off. So I wasn't worried about that. I pulled those up. I've got like a 4 or 8 foot section of tiles removed now. And I had the plumber come in on Friday, and they ran the snake through. They ran the camera through. And when they ran the snake through, they went out like 45 feet. My house is about 50 feet from the street. They went out 45 feet, hit a wall or hit something. So then they ran the camera in, and he's like, as soon as we get the camera in, it's in water. So there's a blockage, right? So now I have my great video today, Jeff. I don't think did I post a video today? Oh yeah, I did. I posted the last one of my modulars today too. I had them all pre-scheduled, so I didn't remember I did it. Thanks, Mr. Blair. So yeah, they I've had the city come out and fix the pipe on their end, like the connection to my end, because their pipe had cracked or had been demolished a few years ago, 5 years ago probably. And I haven't had the plumber out since then. And so finally I had them come back. It's blocked, so I now need to spend, probably more than $5,000 in order to get the pipe replaced. It'll be a week or two before it gets replaced. And when the plumber was here, I was like, we had a lot of rain a couple of weeks ago. Is it possible that caused my pipe to back up because there's more water in the system, like because there's more water in the ground? And he's like, oh, no, that doesn't happen. I'm like, okay. So it's raining today, a lot. And right now my sewage pipe is about that far from overfilling. So I discovered this as I flushed the toilet, came downstairs and saw a little puddle start up. Luckily, I had the mop and pail right there, so I was quickly mopping it up. It's a concrete floor too, so at some point I'm going to have to clean it nicely. Yay. Speaking of crappy, but so now I'm like, I can't. I wanted to shower before this stream, and that's like, well, I can't shower because I have this much water to use in a pipe that's like 4 inches. So I can, no, that's not going to happen. I got to wait for the water level to go down. I can't use the bathroom technically. I mean, I can. I just got to let it sit there for a while. And the pipe hasn't dropped. Like when it overfilled, I got a bit out. It dropped about an inch or two, but it hasn't gone down yet. So I'm hoping it slowly drops down this week, tonight. Hopefully the rain subsides. But I've also heard that we're supposed to get rain for the next like 2 days. So
yeah.
So yeah, I might be ankle deep. No, hopefully not. Mental note: must move all the Lego. So, but yeah.
Just go to a hotel, Jeff.
Well, I actually debated it, but at the same time, I want to be here to make sure it doesn't overfill. If I go to a hotel and come back, I mean, I totally could do that, I guess.
At least you could shower.
What's your reason for staying? I need to use the bathroom.
Well, you can't go to a restaurant for that.
No, this is true. Yeah, I'm just
go order a Happy Meal and use the bathroom.
I'm just looking at the forecast here. Let me just share the screen. Just because we can, and weather is our friend. Pull this in here.
Over here in Canada, weather is like deep.
So I live in this area. Dave lives up here somewhere. And let's just speed it up just so, and it's got to load, so it'll take a second. Here, so I live in this area. Oh, look, a little bit of rain.
Rain.
It's taken a while to load the images, so. Luckily, it's not the yellow, although I see some coming. Come on,
Yeah.
come on. Anyway. So. This is till probably, well, this is now 1 a.m., 1:30, 1:45. I might not go to sleep tonight. I might be busy watching a pipe. But I just drained my pool this week too. Like I've had a busy week, and I've been building castle. Let's see, now it's going fast. Anyways, I've been emptying my pool. I've been building a castle. I've been really busy this week, and so I have a sump pump that if things go bad, I could basically take a window out of my basement, like take the screen off, run a hose out the backyard, and hook it up to the sump pump and pump it into my backyard. Because at this moment, I think that's the best thing I can do, right? If it does start getting bad. But yeah, then I'm not sleeping basically. So, but anyways, hopefully you are. Hopefully I am. Or Davis. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, that's been my week. Castle progress update, because I haven't posted any pictures for the past few days. That's the castle over there. There's some random buildings. I'm currently working on this guy right here, which is the next tower. All that red area will be grassed over on the outside. On the inside, it'll be road, or like the pathway. But I've decided to drop the castle walls basically all the way down. Dropping the castle walls basically all the way down to the bottom level. So, the castle tower, I have one random piece here. The castle tower will sit on top, but then on the bottom, I'm just literally going to have a base like this that they sit on. It's not a full base, but I think it looks better if the grass kind of comes along the mountain and then stops, or comes along the hill, and then you see the tower, and then it continues on. But I'm running out of green plate as well, so I need to probably switch over to rocky terrain next. So my next section of that red wall is I'm just going to start dotting it with dark gray rock, and hopefully be able to do some kind of a transition that looks decent. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah,
maybe you could do some like reddish brown, or also like
some dirt and stuff. Yeah, that's a good idea actually. As I'm getting into where it's starting to turn rocky and stuff, I could do a bit of dirt here and there too. It's a good idea. Yes. So I've been thinking about.
You're not supposed to get grass all around the castle. You could have like.
Well, I mean, on the slopes, I think it looks really nice on the slope.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got like in front of the castle, I have like a tan path that's coming off as well, and the path that goes through the castle, because it's spiraled up, will be basically tan and with some dark tan as well in there, a few splotches here and there. So, but I kind of go
the best part is that if you do some brown or reddish brown patches, you could put your sheep in there, because sheep actually eats all of the grass, including the roots. So it would make sense that.
I did not know they did that.
Yes.
Interesting.
Because cows only eat the top part of the grass, and they leave the roots there. But sheep and I think, sheep mostly, they eat all of the grass, including the roots. So they basically like pull everything apart. So
wow. So this is an older image because this part isn't built. Oh, sorry, this part isn't built here right now. But just kind of give you an idea of the path. So it is slowly climbing all the way around too. So doing 45-degree angles, because all these are at 45-degree angles of the grass work, of the groundwork. There's actually a row of buildings. Sorry. Oh yeah, I am in the right spot. There's actually a row of buildings that will go up against this wall. I can't build this side really until I get all the way around the spiral, come back to here. And then I know what height this is at, so I can build the Lego brick wall, I guess, this way. Like I'll have the castle wall continue all the way down, I guess. And then there'll be some buildings here too. But we're now starting to worry I'm going to run out of 1x2 brick, even though I have a lot, because I'm extending things down further than I was originally anticipating, right?
Yeah.
So, no. Just give you an idea of that base there, one of the earlier ones. So, and so I actually had to rebuild this thing 4 times in order to get it lined up properly. Like I put it in, and then I put the castle on top, and like attached it to this side, and it's like, oh, it's off by like a brick one direction, or the other direction.
Oh.
So, but I've been kicking out like a module every day and a half, and this one's now will be 2 days, I think, to get this one finished. And I mean, half of that day is probably building the tower. So,
But it looks great so far.
Yeah, well, it's getting there. It was funny. I did a build stream on the weekend, and people were saying, "Well, Jeff, American Jeff, shall we call him, Jeff McElwee?" He was saying it looked like I was building a watermelon because it was basically red and green. Like, yes, it does.
Yes, it does look like a watermelon.
Yes, it does. All right, why don't we jump into news since no one else has joined us, and since I already have the screen ready. So here's our first news story. That
Bricktober.
The Bricktober. So there's 4 sets coming out at Toys R Us in. Well, this was actually in Asia, the Asia Pacific.
Yeah,
area.
I think it was released last year in Asia as the Bricktober special.
Yeah, because they have Toys R Us's there. So I don't know if Canada will get one because we have Toys R Us too. I don't know if these will be in Canada, but they're basically fairy tale themed sets. So there's Hansel and Gretel's house, which is the first week. Oh, actually, that starts in 2 days. Interesting. Jack and the Beanstalk. And yes, I'm just catching the chat. My castle will be big. Scary.
Yeah.
I'll
Scary
probably do
big.
Yeah, and I have till January hopefully to do it. So, Little Red Riding Hood and Alice in Wonderland. So there's four sets for that. Again, no word if we'll get these in Canada. The US right now, as far as I know, won't get them because they don't have Toys R Us. However, will Lego actually carry these? Because they've said in the past that sets won't be exclusive, but these are store exclusives, so I don't know.
Yeah,
right?
these are store exclusives, so
it's weird. So yeah, news story 1. Now for another exciting news story. There's a new book coming out, and it will have a new unique figure. How amazing is this news? Because this is the best news we have.
Well, I like the minifig head.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, the fig's cool. I'm not after that at all. It's just this is the news because it's been really quiet.
Like a really slow news week.
Yeah, and this is a republication of the book. They've just updated it with the latest version of the minifigures because these are all the collectibles. I believe the first one came with the toy soldier. I think an exclusive with the previous one being the toy soldier and a zombie skateboarder from the I Love That minifigure. Oh, so maybe it's a combination, couple books together. So, but I mean, DK does this every once in a while. They'll re-release books with just updated stuff. So,
I actually don't own that one.
Oh, which one?
The book, Meet the Minifigures.
Oh yeah, I don't either.
The previous versions,
Well, I had the one that had the little soldier in it, the toy soldier. I got that one because I thought the soldier was cool, and that was back when, the collectible figs were still fairly new, and I wanted them all. I want most of them now, but not all of them. Speaking of which, apparently there's rumors that there's going to be 4 collectible minifigure series next year. We've talked about the Muppets last time, but there'll be another series 22, I guess, and 2 other possibilities have been talked about. It's also someone was also mentioning it was the Lego's 90th anniversary next year too, so it might be like a collectible party type series or like something fun. Who knows?
Well, like I said last time, I've read that one of the series will be a Star Wars based one.
Yeah, I've heard
all
something
the Disney
about
Plus shows.
Yeah, that's a good point. But we have lots of Star Wars sets too, so I don't know.
Yeah, but those Star Wars fans are ready to.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, they could literally do Star Wars series forever and just have every single character and everybody and they would sell, right? Like,
Yeah, and they could produce them 3, 4, 5, 6 times over and over and again,
yeah.
and you would still find fans that would buy them all.
Well, because there's people that don't have it. I mean, like we're seeing that with the modulars. I'm seeing that with my Bricklink orders right now for the modulars because I've added a bunch of modular inventory for some of the earlier sets. The Grand Emporium and what was the other one? The Grand Emporium and the store. Oh, no, the store is the Grand Emporium. Oh, and the City Hall. I added a bunch of parts for those sets because we had a few boxes that were damaged. And people are buying them. Like the instructions are $50 a piece for one of those sets, and I've sold 2 or 3 of them already. It's insane. But anyways,
but Star Wars fans are, because you got Lego fans, you got Lego Star Wars fans, but you got Star Wars fans, and Star Wars fans are a brand of their own.
They are. Let's see what else have we got here. We got this was just a new elementary entry they did for the Infinity Gauntlet. Yes, we've all seen the Infinity Gauntlet, but they're actually talking about the metallic gold parts that were in it.
Cool.
So it actually does have the most metallic gold in any set. There was a Monkey Kid set that came close, but it didn't have all of it. So I mean, I wasn't really thinking of buying this. But then you see all these beautiful gold pieces, and it's like, what would I use them for? But I want them. What would I use them for? I don't
know. Isn't that supposed to be like in reverse? You're not supposed to like say, "Oh, I'm going to use these parts now. I want them."
Yeah, well,
instead
it's
I want them. What am I going to use them for?
Yeah. Well, I want them because eventually they won't be available, and then it's like, oh, I need to build something. Oh, I need that piece in that color, and I don't have it now, right?
Yeah, but you can always Bricklink it.
Transparent bluish violet or trans purple 1x2 bricks or plates. Interesting. There is a new piece. Anyways, yes, you can always Bricklink it, but you're probably paying a little bit extra for it. Anyway, slow news day, just in case you didn't hear me say it the first few times. There's a new Fantastic Beasts movie coming out next year, hypothetically, depending on how cold it is. So will we get Lego Wizarding World sets? Probably, because we still have Harry Potter sets. But I just saw that title and thought, that's a good point. There could be, it's coming out April 15th, too. Wow, that's not too long. Was there actually a trailer dropped? Have I not seen the trailer for this? I don't want to click on it because I don't want the YouTubes to hate me, but I'm going to say that for this was on Brick Fanatics. Fanatics, if anybody's interested.
Save the tab for later.
Yeah, I'm just going to go to the next one. Unreleased sets. There is not much new here other than 3. I'm just going to go to the end because it's here. 3 of the 4 books have been added. I don't know what happened to the Alice in Wonderland one. Yeah, it's not here. But that's all that's been added this week. So nothing major there. There are a bunch of sets that come out October. Actually, I'll just pull this up. There are a bunch of sets that come out October 1st. I was expecting more news this week because of the fact that there's 26 sets coming out. But I was thinking they might drop some more things, like the Super Mario Cube. So, trying to center this a little bit. So we've got all the new racer vehicle sets coming out, or at least most of them. Marvel sets. There's some of the Spider-Man ones. The Eternal sets.
Yep.
There's the Christmas-themed couple of sets. Well, plus Santa's sleigh, the mini Disney Castle. The Fab 5 Queer Eye set, the Fender guitar, the Super Mario Cube, the tumbler, the mini.
Yeah, I pre-ordered that one.
Yeah, it's already available for pre-order, as is the Batman mask, but it still wanted to mention that it was officially being released. And then the pickup truck is also available for pre-order right now, the Creator Expert set, which that one I'm debating. And then the F-150.
Well, if it tips the balance, it was actually designed by Pierre Normandin. So.
Oh, was it?
Yep.
but I have to pay for a plumbing job.
Do more Bricklink orders.
Yeah. Well, again, not getting a lot of the money out of that. So, but anyway, I get a bit, so it's not too bad. But yeah, the F-150 Raptor and the bulldozer as well. And I feel that I'm missing. Oh, the other set that isn't here is the Lego Christmas elf set thingy, like the house in the Christmas Village theme, because it is
Yep.
already available for VIPs.
Yep.
But technically, it doesn't become available for non-VIP members. Why would you not have a VIP membership? But anyways, in October 1st as well. But I didn't throw it up here. Hopefully we'll get a video out this week, just kind of highlighting these. This is usually what I do. And then there's a few sets that haven't been. Oh, the Tumblr's a November release, just in case you're wondering what happened to, and not listed. I haven't actually checked some of these, but a few of the motorcycle sets aren't going to be listed right away. That they don't have a date yet. And the rest of the stuff, these are all polybags that come in the UK magazines, so we won't see those. But yeah, like I said, one of these days I'll get a chance to do a video, since I haven't gotten any more. I have got no more coming out in the next few days. And 16 weeks till the next con. Well, technically, Brick Fair New Jersey is happening this weekend. But after that, I think we have a slowdown. I don't think there's much after that. I think Brick Slopes is happening at some point. I forget now. But anyway, yeah, there's not that many conventions going on. And I should have pulled up the picture for tonight's chat, but yeah, I'll do that quickly as we talk. Yeah,
but 16 weeks you have 16 weeks for the border to open.
Well, and for those that don't know, the Americans can travel across the border to Canada with no problem, driving across the border and flying across the border, whereas Canadians are allowed to fly across, but could technically get turned back when they get there. But not a lot of people are. But we are not able to drive across the border. We're waiting for Biden to choose to open up the borders. And as of yet, he hasn't done that. And he just announced this week that they're postponing it another 4 weeks. So the earliest it could be now is, I think, the week before, or like October 22nd, I think. Which is, it's basically, I was doing the math. It's like October 22nd, November 22nd, December 22nd, and then I can't go. So hopefully at some point he does open the borders.
And it's a weird, we're doing political here, but it's a weird decision because the percentage of Canadians being double vaccinated.
Yeah, we're really high. Yeah, I think it's just because, like, originally what I heard it was because of the fact that we were using AstraZeneca and they haven't recognized that as a valid vaccination in the States. So there's issues with that. And maybe it's just because we also haven't gotten the COVID passports everywhere as well, right?
Maybe.
But yeah.
But more and more provinces are getting it. Even Alberta announced they're gonna have the.
Yeah, we started ours today. Right now, it's just you have to have a picture of your phone, or you have to have a photocopy or the original with you, and we'll have an app, I guess, in the next month or so. I don't know where everybody is tonight, Mr. Blue. I sent out the invites pretty early today, so who knows? But Dave and I will try and entertain you. Anyway, yeah, so who knows? I'm hoping, if not, like, if I can't cross the border, because I can fly down if I wanted to.
Yeah.
But I also am building a castle. I have a town layout. I want to display stuff because I haven't done that forever. And I have a trailer. I want to drive across the border. So I want to go on a 16-hour one-way road trip just because I'm crazy. Anyway.
That's being an April.
It is. Furthest I've traveled so far, that's for sure. So yeah, our chat topic tonight.
Are your kids Lego fans?
$2
Because we know we're Lego fans.
Yeah, we're Lego fans, and this is one of Dave's. And I had the tumbleweed in here originally because I was literally the topic used to be slow news day, and then David Sensier came up with like 4 amazing topics, and I'm like, this is what I was like, oh, I like this one. Are your kids Lego fans? Because we're Lego fans. Are our kids Lego fans? And some of us, well, and we both have kids. I was going to say if other people had joined in, they might not have kids, but
They have nephews, they have nieces, they
they have
have.
enough. This is true. Children that you know. Yeah. So, Dave, are your kids Lego fans?
Actually, all my 3 kids are Lego fans, and at first, my oldest one, Nathaniel, he was more crazy about the sets than actually building, because
Yeah.
he kept asking for new sets,
Yeah.
and he was building them. Then he would like drop them or destroy them or whatever,
Yeah.
and he didn't rebuild them. And
Yeah.
it was
Okay.
actually my wife who like pulled the plug on buying new sets, and saying he has enough bricks to build stuff.
Oh.
Stop buying new sets and just let him build with what he already has.
Yeah.
And so I did. I didn't stop all the buying, but I
Okay.
did slow it down enough that he started to build stuff with his own bricks.
Yeah. Okay.
And now he's I think he's more of a builder than a collector of sets. For
Hmm.
That's for my oldest one, and
Yeah.
it happens to it, Jacob kind of fell in the same mold. He kept, as you younger, he kept building sets, getting them destroyed, not rebuilding them, and
Mhm.
now he's like trying to build. He's not. I don't think he has the talent of my oldest one,
Okay.
but he's trying and he's building. So, and the bricks are like always lying on the floor in their room. So it's a health hazard. It's a safety hazard, because don't walk in their rooms without any shoes on, because
Yeah.
you're gonna regret it. But and all my kids have their own Lego collection. I let them
Okay.
play with my own collection.
Mhm.
Whatever is not being used for shows, they can play with it, and I
Fair
let
enough.
them
Yeah.
build all the new sets that I get. Like all for there's a few exceptions, but most of the new sets I get, if they want to play with them, and so it's okay with me. I let them build them.
Yeah.
My only my only pet peeve is that I have to, if they're stickers, I have to apply them. I have
Yeah.
to.
That's
I'm
that's fair.
applying the stickers, but other than that, they can build the sets. They can play with the sets,
That's fair.
but they don't. They can't mix them up with their own collection. It's my collection, my Lego, your Lego, and uh, what I've done to encourage them to actually build their own things is that I did buy a lot of DK books, idea books, to like
Mhm.
try to spark their
Their ideas,
imagination
their
at building
imagination. Yeah.
things. And I also did trades. Like, Dad, I need a part. Okay, let's trade. You're looking for a specific part. Give
Hmm.
me one in exchange. Most of the time, I'm on the losing end, because
Yeah.
they would trade me like a $2 brick for, like, yeah, or mostly blue stuff, two by 4x6 plate in blue
Yeah.
for a
Okay.
$2 piece, but it's okay. So it's the principle of trading something to get something else.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I was actually ordering on Bricklink, I asked them, "Are you looking for something? Do you need something in particular?"
Yep.
And I let them, like, the I show them, well, if you want that part, it's $2. Give me $2. I'm gonna add it to the Bricklink order, and
Mhm.
when the Bricklink order comes in, I give them the piece they bought. So
Cool. Yeah, that's a good idea. Just jumping into chat for a minute. Seth is saying his kids are not collectors. Mr. Blue is has no kids, girlfriend, all alone. Not very fun in COVID, but you won't be alone forever. I have faith.
Yeah, have
Um,
faith.
Seth's niece is big into Lego. Mr. Blue has 2 nephews, though, so there you go. You got kids in your
Yeah,
life that might like Lego for sure. Do they like Lego is the question. And yes, Seth agrees. He hopes it's not Mr. Blue Sky. Oh, and Samira's now popping in. My 3-year-old daughter Leia has around 20 sets. She loves building trains and airplanes. It's also an activity we share. I don't know if she's a kid I follow, but she loves Lego for them all. Cool.
yeah. Good. That's the other part. My kids are still like pretty young. My oldest is
Yeah,
14, so he's trying. He's actually his Lego passion is kind of like
Winnie.
dying
Yeah, yeah,
slowly because
yeah,
he's more into like video games, clothes, and stuff like that
yeah.
for the moment.
I understand that one.
So we'll see. We'll see in the future what happens if he keeps his Lego passion or.
Yeah. For me, my kids are they're now 15 and no wait, 13 and 14. My oldest turns 15 in October. And they love building sets. They've never really been huge into building their own models. Now, when they used to play together, like when they were younger, they used to play Lego together, and all the babies. They had all the babies, and they were the whole family. And Emmett was one of the family members, and Batman. I don't know. They were doing a whole Lego movie thing with a bunch of babies, and they would build stuff for them. But as they've gotten older, they've kind of gotten out of the building just random brick stuff. And they have built sets. I mean, last Christmas we did get sets, or I did give them sets and stuff. And my daughter got almost all the Harry Potter sets from last year. Well, maybe that was 2 years ago. Oh, it would have been last year, I guess. But she didn't end up building a few of them because she's like, well, this one's dumb. I don't want to build it.
Hmm.
I'm like, okay, well, you asked for it. You said you want all the Harry Potter sets. And she's like, yeah, well, I didn't want that one. I'm like, okay, well, you know. But yeah, they're at the age now where it's not as interesting. I mean, they like my daughter likes watching Lego Masters. My son watches it as well, but the Australian one, we don't really watch the American one together. They weren't interested. We watched the first episode of the season 2 for the US one, and my daughter's like, no, Will Arnett's not as funny as the Australian host. So I'm like, yeah, fair enough. But I mean, we
like
watch.
Will.
Yeah, Will's funny. I agree. Will is funny for sure, but
And
yeah,
he's Canadian.
yeah, this is true. But the Australian host is a real. He is a comedian. Like, I mean, Will Arnett's a comedian as well, but he's a funny guy. And they've just done some stuff there, and it's not. It's a different show, I guess. Really.
I have to watch it and you have to give it a try.
Yeah, I'm only halfway through the 3rd season, I think. And now it's a problem of trying to find the time. My daughter, spends her entire day in her bedroom when she's not at school or whatever, right? So she only comes out when she's hungry. But my son games, right?
I know that song.
Yeah, my son games, but right now he's playing all the Harry Potter. Like, he's playing the Harry Potter Lego game. He's played it like 3 times. He's finishing it off again because he doesn't want to play. Like, there's no good games that he wants to play. And when his friend comes online, then they play something together. But he always goes back to the Lego games. So, I don't mind that. I mean, it's better than him playing GTA Auto all the time, or GTA 5 or whatever it's called. But yeah, so they like sets. They like building the sets. My daughter just recently built the Voltron set. I ended up sourcing the parts for it. It cost me about $80 to get the parts that I needed, and the rest of it I used from the collection. All of their sets basically are in my collection. Anything that they didn't want, or anything like when they were done playing with something, it gets sorted back in here. But I say to them, if you want to build it, then we'll pull out the instructions and we'll build it again. Right? Like, we'll find the parts and whatever. I mean, they haven't really been interested in that. So technically all the Lego ends up being part of the family collection, because eventually this will all be theirs. Poor them. But anyways, but yeah, I mean, it's
and you mentioned that it's going to be theirs someday. That's something you have to think about eventually, because
Mhm.
if your kids, well, when they grow up, and we all
Yeah.
know that sometimes people don't ever get out of their dark age. The dark age signifies that
Yeah.
it's the end of the Lego line for them.
Mhm.
So what's what's going to happen with your collection when you're gone? So
Yeah.
and
Yeah. For sure. It's.
and my wife actually asked me the question one day,
Mhm.
saying, "Well, what do you want me to do with your Lego collection if you're not here anymore?" And I told her, "Well, just
I'll be
give it to
back
the
after
kids."
work. So don't do anything with it.
Well, I told her, "Well, just give it to the kids if they want it.
Yeah.
But if the kids don't want it, just sell it like a like a big
A big, massive
collection."
collection. Yeah.
And I told her, "Don't try to get back the money I put into it. Just
Yeah.
get rid of it."
It's
Like,
your hobby, and I mean, if you don't get all the money back, it doesn't matter, right?
yeah,
So, yeah, and I think I've talked about it in the past. I've kind of thought about, like, is it a possible business venture at some point to actually just become a reseller or become a seller of Lego collections? You know, like buy like unfortunately, if estates, buy estate sale type Lego stuff and then sell it off and hopefully get the money back or whatever. You know
yeah,
what I
but
mean? Like,
isn't what a lot of brink link setters are actually doing?
I honestly have no idea. Honestly,
Because
I don't know.
they're buying lots. I know that Canada's First Brick, they buy, like other stores that are closing, they buy
They
lots
buy
of,
their inventory.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, if I were to do that, I'd probably wait a few more years till my kids are out of the house, and then I can use my back rooms that are currently rooms that they use you know, um, to actually hold the stock. I guess I would say. But anyway, Smear's asking, does our families know the value of our collections?
I actually
Probably not.
don't know the actually
You know the value of
I
your
don't know
collection.
the value of my
Why?
collection. So
Yeah. Um, yeah. I mean, I could guesstimate my value. I mean, I'm on Brickset. I'm probably 2 years behind on all of my like updating Brickset with my sets. I mean, I can tell you how much my collection is worth based on Bricksets, what's in there.
yeah,
And I mean, I have, because I sell my instructions, I have a couple of bins full of instructions that every at some point this year I'll grab the bin of instructions and just go on Brickset and say, okay, I have this, I have this, I have this, update that, and then those ones can be sold, right? But I hold on to them for a few years because I don't want to sell an instruction for 10 cents. I'd rather it go for a little bit more than that. Um, trying to make some money out of it. So, but yeah, I mean, it's this collection will be a good one to sell. Or this collection. I don't
especially
know.
that castle you're building.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that castle won't be in existence by the time that it'll get taken apart and get it be built into something else. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's one of those. I almost wonder if at some point I won't just start selling off my collection. As I get
Really?
older. Well, as I get older or whatever, and I'm not building as much with it, then that becomes my hobby after I'm retired or whatever, right? I sell my off my collection, and that'll be my retirement fund or something. I don't know. I mean, like,
I don't. Well, I think you're not planning on building when you retire at all.
well, yeah, I am, but I'm saying as I get even older or whatever, right? Like, maybe I'll have the grandkids come in and they can,
Yeah,
that don't exist yet, but maybe they can help me sell off the collection or something. I don't know. Like, it depends. Like, really, you don't know. Like, are your children going to have, like, are your children's children going to be Lego fans or not, right? Like, are my kids going to become Lego fans again? I mean, they're fans of the brand, but they don't build, they don't mock.
are they going to become AFOLs? That's the big
Yeah,
question.
yeah. And I don't see either of them really doing it right now. Um, just because video games and comic books. My daughter's into anime and stuff too, right? So, that's what they're interested in. It's like, okay, that's fine. More Lego for me. No, uh, but it also means
Yes,
less
I'm
Lego coming into the
keeping my
house. As this,
collection.
it also means less Lego coming into the house though too, because now their stuff isn't like they're not getting Lego sets necessarily. I don't know. So
So what you gonna buy them for Christmas, Jeff? What did they?
well, probably money. I'm not going to buy the money. I'll just give them money. But I mean, my son,
Here,
my
I'll buy you
son's
a $10.
yeah. Here's $10. Merry Christmas.
I bought you a $10 bill.
Yeah, it cost me $11.35. No,
Yeah.
but no, I don't know. I mean, hopefully they'll want some Lego or something. I might buy a big set that we can all build together. Although what that big set, like a few years ago, I bought the Hogwarts Castle, which is still up, kind of up there in the top corner.
Cool.
Yeah, right there. But I don't know. Like there hasn't really been a big set. Like there's the Diagon Alley or stuff like that, but there isn't really keep one of those like that kind of an epic set right now. My daughter really wants the Ninjago, the latest Ninjago City set, Ninjago Gardens. I forget what it's called. Anyways, the one with the big tower, because
Yeah.
she's a big Ninjago fan, and their seasons of Ninjago haven't aired lately either, so there's not really that much interest from her from that side either on those sets. So I don't know. I do not know. For the record, I do have Shop at Home open on this monitor over here. Not that I'm looking to buy anything, but damn plumbing pipe. But I was also actually curious if there were any exclusives going on at Shop at Home. I didn't really see that lately, like gifts with purchase or anything. Oh, the sailboat's still going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not $265 rich. Yeah, Ninjago
Plumbing.
City Gardens.
Plumbing. Don't forget the plumbing.
No, I know. No. Yeah, Ninjago City's Gardens is definitely a nice set. So, but she was saving up her money last year for that, and I think she got fairly close to getting it. And I was willing to use my VIP points. I haven't told her this, but I was going to use some of my VIP points, maybe give her an extra $100 towards it or something like that. But I don't know if she's even interested in it anymore. So, and when I talk to her, I just get the glare.
Yeah.
I can't do the glare, but it's just
no, because you're not a teenager anymore, so you cannot do the glare.
No, I can't do the glare. No, I just like
girl.
the look I get. It's like
girls are like especially good at giving you the glare.
Yeah, my daughter's excelling at that. I say hi to her, and she just stares at me, and I'm like, I'm sorry, and slowly back away. Right?
I'm sorry, I'm Canadian.
Don't know what I did, but okay. So, so I don't know. Is there anybody else in chat wants to mention something about their family, their kids? Are they builders? I mean, I all my nieces and nephews are all like in their 20s and 30s now. I've got the youngest family or the youngest kids in my.
Any of them are AFOLs?
No. They're my nephew had Bionicle when he was growing up, but he ended up giving that back to me years ago. And then I didn't really want it, honestly, so I ended up selling it at Brickfest or BrickFet one year to a dad whose son was just collecting Bionicles. So it's like, because it, not really an interest to me. Like I figured out all the sets and stuff, and most of the sets were complete. Like the figures were complete, no boxes or containers or anything, but it was still pretty decent. So
my nephews are actually 3 nephews,
okay.
and one of them is actually pretty good technic builder.
Mm-hmm.
And that's surprises me because I'm actually a really bad technique builder.
Okay.
So he didn't get that from me, but
yeah.
he's actually pretty good. He done a lot of robotic things and technique builds. So
yeah,
he's pretty much into that. But he's getting into that age that, again, video games and
yep. I mean, my kids don't even watch TV with me anymore. I think I've mentioned that already before, but it's like I haven't watched the rest of the Bad Batch. I haven't watched Marvel What If yet because I've wanted to watch it with them, and it's like, yeah, Dad, we'll watch it at some point. It's like, so I think I'm giving up on
Well,
that.
just
Watching
go
it.
ahead and watch it, and you just
Yeah.
rewatch it with your kids.
Yeah. Just don't tell them that I watched it already.
Yeah.
Well, I'm watching my plumbing pipe this week overflow. I'll watch that. No. So, I guess we'll probably call it a night then, since no one else just joined us and we've kind of exhausted our topic, I think.
Yeah.
If only we could exhaust our kids as well as we exhausted that topic.
Well,
Your
sometimes
kids.
my kids are just like annoyed. They're exhausted, annoyed just by chatting with me.
Yeah. Oh, and earlier you said, speaking of children, earlier you were saying that that
Yep.
the kids can go in your Lego room and get parts, or like, can you use your collection type thing. And I remember you saying that your Lego room was pretty messy, and I'm like, oh, is that a defensive mechanism? They can't get in there, so therefore they can't.
No, that's actually part of why my Lego room is so messy, because the kids can come in and play
Yeah.
with the sets. They don't pick them up, so they just
Yeah.
the kids are just lying on the floor, and I stepped on them and destroyed them, and all the
Right.
bricks are like so,
Yeah.
and that's actually part of the reason why I don't let them all that often into the Lego room, because when they come in, they make a mess and they don't pick
Terrorizing.
anything up. So
Yeah. I mean, I love my kids to death. I just wish that they were more Lego fans, but you know,
well, you can't
hopefully at some
force
point.
them, and
No, and I'm not going
and
to, right?
and I've read, if we're going to close on this, I've read a couple of, well, it was about 10 years ago. An AFOL here in Quebec was selling his huge collection,
Yeah.
and he made a letter explaining why he was selling his collection.
Mhm.
And part of the reason why he was selling it was that his kids resented his collection at one point, because they couldn't play with his collection. He would get mad if they would play with like collectible minifigures or
Yeah. Yeah.
minifigures that were like really rare. So
Mhm.
at one point they ended up resenting the Lego collection and not wanting not not wanting to be part of that world,
Yeah.
because
Fair enough.
he was so uptight about his collection. So and that actually made an impact on me. And from that point on, I told myself, if my kids play with my Lego, not the collection that's part of the show, because anyway that's all boxed up in the garage and
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
ready to
Yeah.
go for the next show. So
Yeah.
but I'll let them play with most of the Lego sets I do own, because I don't want them to resent me for like having a
Yeah.
hobby and
Yeah.
investing in that hobby.
Yeah.
And if they don't end up being AFOs at the end of the day, well, that's fine. And I mean, I'm looking forward to my retirement and like having all that time to build and display stuff and not having
Yeah.
to, and maybe having some grandchildren and sharing that passion
Yeah.
with them.
Yeah.
But if like I said, if my kids don't turn out to be AFOs, that's fine by me.
Yeah. Yeah. I think our kids are all going to appreciate Lego. Like, they understand that it's fun, and like that, it is a hobby that they're okay doing if they want to and stuff. And they wouldn't like look at someone like, if my kids are talking to a teenager or whatever in the next few years, and it's like, oh, you still play with Lego, that's not going to be something that's shunned out. It's like, oh, cool, my dad's a big Lego builder, right? Like, or something like that,
Yeah.
right? My kids also did hate bringing friends over here, though. Just on that same topic, like that, they did kind of resent it from that point of view, I guess, because then the friends would just want to play Lego all the time, and my daughter's like, but I want to go jump on the trampoline, or I want to go do this with them, right? Like,
Yeah.
and they just want to play Lego, and I'm like, oh yeah, I never thought about that. Because my daughter plays Lego whatever she wants, and so, but people coming over, it's like, oh yeah, I want to play Lego.
Yeah, I want to play with you, but the person coming in wants to play with the Lego.
My sister just got in, And we're pretty much ending the chat because there was not a lot of news, and
There's
just
not
not a lot of
a lot
guests.
of us.
Not a lot of us. Yeah. So I mean, we're only good for like an hour. Well, 55 minutes and 5 seconds right now. But I'm glad you're heading to work. My sister works at Tim Hortons, and she had to make all the smile cookies last week, and she didn't actually complain about it this year, which is interesting. The last few years, it's like, oh my god, I made like 1,000 smile cookies this week. And anyways, Tim Hortons is a donut shop here in Canada. They have a charity event where they have just chocolate cookies with a little, icing smile on them, and all the money goes to one of their charities. So it's pretty fun. And I didn't actually buy any this year. I just realized I missed out on the smile cookies. So I think the next time I get down to my sister's place, if I get there on the night that she's working, I'll go through the drive-thru and ask for a smile cookie, and then just get pissed off when she doesn't have any. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good question. If the Lego trend will keep on forever, 10 or 20 years, no one will care about Lego. Yeah.
I wouldn't be sure about that because we get new AFOs all the time. I mean,
yeah.
just look at Rick, for example. Rick is like
Rick Brickham.
Yeah, he got back into Lego like.
Yeah, but I mean, when we were kids, Lego was what we did. When our kids are kids, like at their point right now, if they're not doing Lego, then will they when they get older? Because that's what happened.
Well,
like we got older, we had the money, so we started buying.
Well, right now Lego is the #1 selling toy in the world.
Yes, true enough.
So a lot of kids are doing Lego right
but
now.
That's our fault. Anyway, yeah.
So maybe we'll get like a few.
Yeah, I mean, there definitely will be kids that want to become AFOLs in the future, I would think. But I mean, probably it's not as bad of a thing now necessarily. There's no like negativity against it because their parents are saying Lego Masters. Like, oh, these are adults that are building Lego, so yeah, you can continue building if you want to. But will it be as popular as this? I don't know.
If Justin Trudeau has UCS Millennium Falcon in his office. Yes, he does.
I did not know that.
If you watch some videos of Justin Trudeau from his Prime Minister's office, you can see the UCS Millennium Falcon in the background.
That's awesome. I did not know that.
So
would that have changed my vote?
I've also seen some like recently I've been watching a lot of space documentaries, and I've seen a few scientists having
Lego
on display in their office. So I think it's like it's more it would be I think it's going to become more of a trending thing, and a lot more people are going to have Lego sets on display, or just buying sets. Like you see a lot of people buying. You were talking about buying a set for Christmas and doing it with your kids. I remember that when I was a kid, my mom used to buy a puzzle set every Christmas, and we would do the puzzle, a family puzzle every year. So maybe buying a set and doing it on Christmas with the kids will be like your new tradition or something.
Yep, that's a good point. Yeah. I'm still trying to think what set to get this Christmas. I don't know.
Maybe an old set, Jeff. Maybe you should get an old set instead of a new set.
No, I don't want to buy old sets. They're more expensive. But like with the modulars, like I usually buy the modular for around my birthday, because my birthday's in February. So usually I try to buy it in January, but and my kids will usually take turns building the modular buildings with me. And it used to be Dad to pick the parts out for me, and then I'll build that step. And the past few years, my daughter would be like, "Dad, I can do it myself. It's okay." I'm like, okay, I'll go sit on the couch, watch the TV. Tell me when you're done that bag, I guess. I don't think, but I don't know. It's 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 interesting to see how things are changing as they get older, right?
Yeah.
So
And maybe they'll come back to it because
yeah,
we all
I hope
know
so.
what we all had at that dark age
Mhm.
when we weren't interested in that much interest in Lego,
Yeah,
except for maybe Dave, who
yeah.
like
But maybe something will come out in the future that they'll bring them back in, like Star Wars brought us back in. Maybe their favorite Lego set, their favorite thing becomes a Lego set or whatever, and draws them in.
yeah,
Probably wouldn't work as well as Star Wars did because Star Wars is still happening. 23 years later, 22 years later. But you never know.
yeah.
So, well, hey, we did make it to an hour, so at least we covered that. Not that I was waiting for that, but at least we did hit an hour of talking. So
Yep.
I think we'll end it for the night.
Yep.
Oh, and figures, just as we're saying, I think we'll end it for the night. Jeff jumps in and says, "Hey,
Hey, Jeff.
yeah, it looks like it's the end. It is the end.
Yes.
Just a couple of us, and we're getting to the point of just like talking about random stuff, like bananas. No, we're not talking about bananas.
No, we're not.
Although Lego bananas come in many colors. Anyway, I don't know why I said bananas.
Lego. Well, there aren't that many colors of Lego bananas.
Yeah, there are.
No, there isn't.
Oh, yes, there is. Oh, Dave. See, we just extended it by a few minutes here. One moment, please. I'm going to share my screen again.
Because there's yellow.
Uh-huh. Keep on going.
I think there's orange.
I said we were going to talk about bananas, so what does Jeff say?
Sausage.
Bananas are in a lot of sets in a lot of colors. Well, I mean, there's more colors than the two you said. We got dark blue, dark gray, dark bluish gray, dark turquoise, red, tan, white, yellow, pearl gold, and metallic gold. Because they're details.
Yeah, but not that many colors.
And we won't do the sausages, but I will do the hot dog. What? Did I spell? Oh, I wrote hot dogs.
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs. Apparently that makes a difference.
Yeah.
Hot dog. Oh, sausage. Okay, fine. Here you go, Jeff. This one's for you. Yeah, light bluish gray bananas.
Dark red nougat, red, sand
black,
blue, sand green,
bright orange,
pearl gold.
Pearl gold. Yeah, they're used for detail elements. I mean, like,
yeah.
I don't have it here. No, I don't have it here. I know the Chinese garden set that came out. The Chinese Lantern Festival set that came out. In the not the hot dogs. Well, the hot dogs I think might have been in that in a weird color, but in the roof of the gazebo, they've used the bananas to kind of give a bit of a shape to it. So they're using it basically as a building piece, right? Or as a special, just a detail. Yeah, which is cool. Got to get that golden wiener. Yeah.
Pearl gold wiener.
Pearl gold hot dog wiener. So anyway, I guess we'll end it there. Now we've talked about hot dogs and bananas. Banana. Anyway, thanks everybody for coming out. We will be back again next week for our 29th episode. Almost 30. Wow. So be safe. Stay away from people that have COVID. No, I don't know what to say. The usual. Try and wear a mask. Stay safe.
Wear your mask. Show your passport. Don't yell at little employees working in the donut shop or the restaurant or whatever.
Yeah, definitely don't yell at people working in donut shops. They're doing a hard job too.
Yeah, it's not their fault. They're just applying the rules.
Yeah, and Jeff wasn't misbehaving, for the record. He's we just kid around. We're having fun. Anyways, we'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one. See ya.
Bye.
I'm hitting the button now. I forgot to hit it earlier.